I think very much so. You see people from all around the world here. Everybody's thinking about what happened in the past 5 years and what's going to happen in the next 5 years. And of course, there's a lot of changes, and that creates for a dynamic environment.
Yeah, a lot of talks about the lack of exits because the private equity industry is sitting on their investments, but you are an exception. You have actually exited quite a lot of companies, starting, for example, with a very successful one, Renk in Germany. So what have you learned from that last 6 months?
I think that for us, it's not very different from the past. We buy businesses that are underperforming their potential. We add capital to them, we add expertise to them, we make them better, and when they have improved, they're usually buyers for them, whether they're strategic or the public market. So if you improve the companies, you'll be able to realize them.
Let's look at Europe and especially the opportunities which are also rising from that, like perhaps we can call it a little bit of a depressed sentiment. What are you looking at right now?
We find the sentiment for us, for buying, very attractive. The rates have gone up, so the valuations are coming down. And there are a lot of companies that are in some sort of dislocation due to geopolitics. So we're looking at electrification, we're looking at energy savings, we're looking at the reindustrialization of Europe and investing behind that.
What I hear from some players, especially Anglo-Saxon ones, that it's kind of difficult to get a very close connection to political players here in Europe. Is that different for you as you're a European investor?
Well, as a local European, I come from the Nordics, but also partly British, but my colleagues Martin Huth, Klaus von Herman, they have very good connections to the German politicians. But we have good connections in the Nordics or in the Dutch or in the UK. But I think it depends on what you actually do with the companies you invest in. If you work to make them a better business and you work in a partnership with the employees and the governments and the social system you work in, they will like you. So we find it a very positive reception from them.
But especially that space you were referring to, like electrification, renewables, there's a lot of regulation also. Where regulation is so important for attractive return levels. How do you see that currently being, how do you judge the situation in Europe?
We see it as an opportunity.
Yeah.
We think that we have to electrify. We think that we should care about the environment. We've cared about the environment since we were 2 years old. So for us, it's just a natural evolution. And we also want to accept and follow the rules. And then we find the opportunities within that framework.